through. Know that you are not alone, that someone cares for you. As an individualization of the divine point of view. This door is open to you. This door is open to you. This door right here. This door is open to you. This door is open to you. Talking about this door. This door is open to you. I said this door is open to you. So come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. That's right.
Aloha.
And come on, my. We're so happy to see you here today, and we want to let you know that every day, all year long, this door is always open to you. So we think. So thank you for being here. We'd like to now invite you to please stand as you are able, and let's sing "Use Me."
1, 2, 3.
to shine the light as me, as you, so use me. Oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God leads us to shine the light. God leads us to shine the light. God leads us to shine the light as me, as you.
show me. Show me all that I must do. Right now, I'm called to welcome each and every one of you. Welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii. We're centered in God. We elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. And I'm so delighted, so absolutely delighted to be here with each and every one of you this glorious and holy day. Unity is a spiritual, educational, and healing movement where we welcome all people. Not just some people, but we welcome all people and all dogs and babies. We welcome all people, all beings, all spiritual beings right here in this now moment. How perfect was that? Oh, yes. We celebrate diversity. And our co-founders, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, they believed in and taught in that diverse universe, and that they knew that we were all whole and wholly connected, standing in the truth of our oneness, our divinity. And one of the ways they went out and taught that spiritual principle of oneness was through the teachings of what we call statements of truth. And a statement of truth, friend, is just a statement that's claiming the I am of who I am. And that I am is not just me, but that is each one of us in this room and beyond. A statement of truth is a positive affirmation. It claims the yes of this now moment. Not tomorrow now moment, not yesterday now moment, but this now moment. So friends, I invite you to stand with me and speak an affirmation, a statement of truth together. So let's do this. Let's stand. Let's stand. Let's just stand. I'm standing. I'm saying stand. Right now, friends, take a deep breath and repeat after me. I am grounded in God. I am grounded in God. I stand in my truth. I stand in my truth with compassion and love, with compassion and love, with courage, with courage, with courage. And I am love. I am love. Friends, say that one piece again. I am love. I am love. And friends, stay standing because you are the love and the light of the world. And go out and join your neighbors and give a little love and aloha. Right on.
Show the world that we can be more of who we are.
More
Aloha. It's so good to have all of you here. I'm Reverend Tim Lytle, Senior Minister here at Unity Church of Hawaii, and it's a joy to have each and every one of you light beings here as you are shining your light, as you are being the Christ presence right where you are sitting. And if this is your first time here, or first time since I became the minister here, it's especially an awesome privilege to have you here with us. And if you are one of those people, first time or first time since I've been here, then we have a kukui nut lei for you, which represents being the light of the world. And we also have a packet of information about our church. And in that packet of information, someone's being outed right now. Out your neighbors if you want. We also have a packet of information. It has a free breakfast pass in it because we'd love for you to have a free breakfast. Oh, there we go. We're getting a whole bunch of them. Yeah, so we'll need some help here. Thank you so much for being with us. Such a joy to have you here. This is Ben up here. I met Ben. And if we haven't met yet, feel free to come up to the front of the line at the end of the service so we can connect. And right here. And so when you see someone with the brown kukui nut lei, remember to greet them, welcome them, make sure they get to the front of the line for breakfast. Yes, right here. Okay. And so let's extend our hands to give a blessing, okay? So repeat after me. We bless you.
We bless you.
We recognize who you really are. You are the love and light of God. Here on this planet, to do amazing things. And we are here to support you, to love you, to celebrate you. Well, pardon me. Welcome to Unity. I got choked up. You got me all choked up there. Thank you for coming. And we have a lot of people who watch us all around the world. We're so grateful for all of our love streamers, our virtual congregation. They watch us on Alelo television. They watch us on our YouTube channel. They watch us on our website, where we archive all our services as well. They listen to us on K-Sun Radio in Wichita, Kansas, where yesterday the men's group that still sends me notices had to cancel their meeting because of snow. And this morning, is Bev still in here? Bev was telling me how cold she was this morning. Anyway, let's give some love to all of our love streamers. Let's give a shaka back here. And if you are in snow, if you are immersed in cold, we just know with you warmth and peace, and wherever you are, whatever country you are in, we know that God is fully present there as is here. And so we are one family. We are one ohana. And we love you, we celebrate you, and we are so glad for your excellent decision to come and join us. Let's give them some love. Thank you. Assisting us on the platform today is the effervescent, effulgent, exuberant, excitable Cindy Hensley, religious science practitioner, and assisting us with the daily word and the morning meditation is the amazing, the awesome, the, looking for another A word, admiring June Dellinger, licensed Unity teacher. And if you need your copy of the Daily Word, you can go down these steps on your way to breakfast and get a copy of the Daily Word. So Cindy, what's the news today?
Well, let me just tell you, Reverend Tim, the good news is that we are the good news. Friends and family, we're the good news. So give ourselves a hand. Woohoo! We are the good news. And there's more good news. Today, right after this service, beginning at 1 o'clock, we are continuing our new membership classes. That's from 1 to 3 right here in the sanctuary. So if you're thinking that you might want to become a member of Unity Church of Hawaii, this class is for you. If you are thinking about, well, I'm not sure I want to become a member, but I'd like to learn a little bit more about Unity Church of Hawaii, this class is for you. If you're already a member and you're like, hey, I'm already a member, don't worry, you're invited. This class is for you. Like, you can come too. It's going to be led today by our beloved Reverend Johanna Kelly. So thank you, Reverend Johanna. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you here. All right, next up, Millen at Unity presents Confluence of Cultures, Reverence for the Divinity of Hinduism. We are going to be having a sacred service right here tomorrow night. I feel like there's an energy pulsing beside me. Its name might be Reverend Tim. Boom, boom, boom. All right.
I just wanted to say, these are some friends of mine that are coming to lead us in chanting. They'll have a dance. They will have food, sacred food, prasad. There will be all kinds of interesting things. So please come. What time is it?
6:30 to 8 p.m. tomorrow night, right here in the sanctuary. And by the way, if you have a yoga mat, feel free to bring it. But if you don't, no worries. Chairs will be set up. All right, continuing on. Next we have... Okay, there's a lot of new people in the audience today, and one of the things we always say is, hey, there's a sacred free breakfast for you. But I don't want you to think that the sacred free breakfast is just for the new members. The sacred breakfast is for all of us. So after we get nourished here at church today, you can take your sacred selves down to Connection Central, the Courtyard Cafe, and fill up our body temples with some yummalicious, nutrient-dense food. And today, our food is cheesy tater tot casserole. Like, who doesn't want some of that action, right? So see Dillard and Susan down at Connection Central, down at this Courtyard Cafe after service. All right. Next up, we have C classes. Our C classes are continuing this month. It's going to be January 21st through 25th. A C class, for those of you who are new, are spiritual enrichment classes and education. And so if you're feeling the call to take a deeper dive into your soul, these classes are for you. And this month, we've got some good stuff happening. Reverend, look, do you see how I just made that slip? Reverend, maybe not a slip. Maybe not a slip. Anyway, licensed Unity teacher June Dillinger is going to be teaching self-care from 4 to 6 p.m. And Catherine Burton, licensed Unity teacher, is going to be teaching the Christ from 6:30 to 8:30. So if this is calling to you, please avail yourselves to signing up down in Connection Central after service today. All right, finally, a couple of months ago, we had the opportunity to be blessed by the beautiful Reverend Donna Johnson from Unity Worldwide Ministries. And she was here and got to meet with some of us. And I've had many people come up and say, you know what, I wanted to be back in touch with Donna. And how do I do that? So we wanted just to put this up there for those of us who are interested in getting in touch with Donna. She is the president and CEO of Unity Worldwide Ministries. Also, Reverend Cynthia Vermillion Foster, she's there in member services. You can be in touch with her. Their emails are up there on the bulletin behind me or in your bulletins. And so again, if there's something on your heart and you want to be in touch with them, that's how to do so. Speaking of hearts, I think this is a time in service where I get to stop talking and we get to open up our hearts a little bit wider for some spiritual prayer.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart.
are the face of God. You are the face that when it looks at itself in the mirror is the presence of God looking back upon itself. You are the presence of love. You are the presence of peace. And right where you are, you have everything that you need because God is fully present. So as we relax our eyes, as we close them if you wish, we take a deep breath and we drop into our heart space. And here in this heart space, we know the presence of God. We know the presence of peace and love. We know that all that we need is right here. We lift up all of our loved ones. We lift up Bruce and Wendy Hymack, whose 5-year-old nephew had a bicycle accident and made his sudden transition. We hold up the people of our country, those who've been affected by fires and snow and different natural and man-made disasters, and all of those around the world, those who are hungering for food, those who are hungering to belong, those who are outcast, marginalized. We hold up all the people of the world, knowing all of us express oneness and express the one power and the one presence living itself as us. We give thanks as we go into a moment of silence and lift up all the requests and intentions of our hearts. Spirit, we know that this service is anointed. That wherever we are, whether love streaming or sitting here physically, we know the power and the presence of Spirit opening our hearts and touching us right at the point of our need. We avail ourselves and open ourselves to this presence. And we give thanks, praying this in and through the name and the nature of the Christ who lives within us. And we say together, and so it is. Amen.
There are no mistakes. You are in the right place at the right time right now. The daily word is spiritual family. And today, whether you have read this before or have never heard it again at all, not once, and you have to feel the need to race down and pick one up afterwards, I invite you to carefully listen to the message today. The affirmation is, I align with others in a spirit of support and cooperation. If you'll join me together. I align with others in a spirit of support and cooperation. And the reading goes as this. And listen carefully, because you are here exactly where you are supposed to be. I am a spiritual being. Nothing is missing. Nothing is withheld. I allow my Christ nature to make the choices that lead me through any challenges I may face. I also know that creating or developing a world that works for everyone and a new spiritual consciousness is a collective effort. It relies on a sense of cooperation and understanding that allows my nature to align with others who share my sense of divine purpose. We come together for mutual support at every opportunity, uniting to fulfill the purpose of divine wisdom, life, and love. I am grateful for the love I receive from my spiritual family. I am. I align with others in a spirit of support and cooperation. From Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19 and 20. You are citizens with saints and also members of the household of God, built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. Let's take these thoughts into quiet meditation and close your eyes gently as you feel the moment of the words that have brought to us to lift and bless. Let the light of God flow through you as we are one in the silence. As you gently enter back into the sanctuary of your heart, feeling the presence of all of those around you, knowing that the thoughts of unity have the opportunity to lift and bless, gently open your eyes and come back to the space and know that we are a spiritual family, unity as one.
Come, thy will be done on earth.
It's always happening. Change can seem like a bad thing. Change, we're afraid of losing. Change, gotta keep on trusting. Had a good situation, it would continue on. Like many things, it looks like it's gonna be gone. I tried to control it, to keep it from going away. But it looks like I couldn't, and it's not gonna stay. Fear and frustration, sad that the good thing is gone. All I can do is let go and keep moving on. Change, it's always happening. Change can seem like a bad thing. Change, we're afraid of losing. Change, just gotta keep on trusting. What's ahead is the unknown, so I've got to let go of fear. Trust and faith will see us through. No way more good is here. Change, it's always happening. Change, it can seem like a bad thing. Change, we're afraid of losing. Change, just gotta keep on trusting. Change, gotta keep on trusting. Change, let go and let the good come in. Change, don't fight it, don't be afraid of the unknown. Change, have faith, it's all gonna work out somehow. Talking about change. Change. Talking about change. And riding the flow of change. Mahalo.
Thank you. Dan Del Negro wrote that song for this service. Yeah. As well as the next one you'll sing too, right? You wrote that for this service as well. amazing talent that we have here in Dan Del Negro and the wonderful staff that we have here at Unity Church of Hawaii. And not all of you may have been here last week. I don't know. I just want to give a shout out for Reverend Johanna Kelly, who is now our associate minister. If you would stand. Go ahead and stand up. Yeah. All right. Thank you. And we have an amazing number of ministries here. Our school, the preschool, it's one of the most sought after preschools on the island, and about 95 children. And we have amazing ministries that we have in the Wellness Center and the Counseling Center and classes. These classes that June and Catherine are going to be sharing, and lots of other classes, and the class this afternoon. There's so many good opportunities. So I want to talk about opportunity. Here's your chance. You notice there's a lion representing courage, representing willing to step in and do what needs to be done. Here's your chance. Chance as a spiritual community, chance as an individual to reveal the Christ as you. Now, change seems to be a part of life. Have you noticed that? Just keeps happening. Things keep changing. And the people who cannot tolerate any kind of change, who just freak out completely with any kind of change, the kind of people who at all costs resist change, are also the ones that I worked with a lot in psychiatry. Because change is part of life. Change continues to happen because Spirit keeps shifting and showing up in all sorts of different ways, because we are here to express the presence of Christ as us, to express our God self. And so that involves change. Some changes are difficult. When you've had someone close to you pass away, that can be really, really devastating. It can feel like a major part of yourself has been stripped away, or when a relationship ends, or when there's some big move or job change in your life. Change seems to be part of life. And we respond to it in different ways. Again, this was my specialty as a chaplain, was to work with people's grief process. I guess it's a good thing to specialize in, because everyone has grief at some point in their life, and a lot of people will go through sadness or confusion or be in shock and not know what's happening, not understand, just feel blindsided. And some people will get angry. When someone passes away or someone leaves, sometimes we want to get angry at the person, but we don't always feel permission to. So instead, we might just get angry at everybody, which doesn't help. But whatever you feel when you go through a change, that's okay. It's okay to feel what you feel and to embrace it, to acknowledge it, to work through it. So I want to tell you about some change. Now, I thought "here's your chance" sounded a little bit better than "here's your change." We had that discussion in the worship team. And by the way, we have an excellent worship team that helped put together these services. And what I realize is that not everyone here heard when I talked about that I was going through a discernment process. That I was going through a process to discern what is mine to do. Now, I debated about what to say about that and what prompted it, because I want us all to hang in there together and see ourselves all as one community. But the fact is, there's been a lot of difficult things that have happened here during my time here. some things that I would consider abusive or quite disturbing. Now, I love each and every person, and I love the congregation, and the congregation has been incredibly supportive and loving. So there's no issue between the congregation and myself. There's some rumors floating around. And sometimes the mind, being a meaning-making machine, will latch on to gossip and rumors. But let me tell you, there is just love between this congregation and myself, and I love each and every one of you. But in this discernment process, I went to Unity in Marin, which is in Northern California. And I was also teaching in New Zealand. And also, I was meeting with chaplains on the island. I didn't realize that I was going to get 3 job offers out of the deal. And so it's been a time of discernment and a time of really thinking about what is mine to do? What is Spirit leading me to do? And as I've been in this service today, I absolutely realize that I will do whatever I truly believe Spirit leading me to do. Whether it makes any sense to anyone else or not, whether it even makes sense to me, I will do that which I feel Spirit is propelling me forth to do. And I encourage you to do the same. I am absolutely convinced that this church is a divine idea from the mind of God that is seeking to grow and expand and prosper even more. So this has been a long discernment process, and I've been thinking about how much I love each and every one of you, thinking about how I'm seeing people blossom and grow. We, this weekend, had an amazing prayer workshop for those who want to learn more about prayer or are interested in being prayer chaplains. And we just went very deeply into the presence. And that's the kind of stuff I live for. But all too much in this particular church, I've been focused on crises and putting out fires and trying to keep people from fighting. Now, I didn't know what I would say. This morning's message was a lot smoother. So if you like smooth, you might just want to leave and watch the 9 o'clock. And the truth is, this is a wonderful community. I don't want to scare anybody away. There are the most wonderful people, some of the most wonderful people I've ever met on the planet are in this room. So just know this is a wonderful, wonderful congregation. And it's important to focus on the mission of this church and to focus on the fact that this is a community. And it's time that this community take even more ownership of the direction of this church and not leave it up to a minister, the sage on the stage that is brought in, but as a community to rise up in your power. Here's your chance to step up into the power, to demonstrate the Christ as you, to work together despite apparent differences. In this discernment process, it has, Unity in Marin contacted me recently, and they said our board has unanimously and excitedly decided to extend to you the invitation to become our senior minister. And that followed a call from Unity of Auckland in New Zealand, who said, we have unanimously, anyway. been this discernment process, and in my discernment and in listening to my own heart and listening to Spirit, it has come to me that I know absolutely that I am called to go to Unity in Marin. Now, there's been a lot of grief in this process, because even something we choose to do, there can be still grief about the wonderful people that I'm connected with, the people that I love, and I'll always love you. Nothing will stop me from loving you. How do I know that? Because there have been some folks that have done some incredible things, and yet all I feel is love. There's nothing you can do to stop me from loving you. Because I see in each and every one of you the Christ presence, and I define love as this. Love is the divine God recognizing itself and treating it as such. So when I look at you, it is the expression of God looking back upon itself and saying, "Oh my God, look at these beautiful beings of light, and they don't all know it." So it's time to wake up to that. And this is your chance to really pull together as a community, to not leave it up to just a few, to not leave it up to just a few elected people, or just leave it up to someone that has been hired. But it's up to you to rise up. Have you seen the organizational chart for Unity here? Have you seen it? At the top of the organizational chart is God. What a concept. Right below that is the congregation. The congregation. You. Under that is the board of trustees. They are your representatives. They answer to you. And it's up to you to select board of trustees who genuinely represent your views. It's up to you. This is your chance. It's your chance to rise up in your power. It's your chance to help define what this church is and what it's about. Just as in your own individual life, it's up to you to decide, what am I going to bring forth today? I don't know what it was going on Friday night. Did any of you drive around Honolulu Friday night? Oh, most of you are very, very smart. Some of us were trying to get to the prayer chaplain workshop. I've never seen the traffic like this in Honolulu. I've been here almost 2 years. I've never seen the traffic like this. I mean, it was backed up. Intersections were blocked. People were irritable. They were taking it out on each other. It didn't look very aloha. And I thought, I'm just going to stay centered in spirit. I don't have to join this drama. Despite what's going on the outside, I don't have to start honking. I don't have to start getting irritable, screech around the other car, shake my fist. I don't have to do that. I choose not to be part of the drama. I choose to be part of the solution. And you can choose that too. It's your chance. As individuals in life, it is up to us. What is it that you want to create? How is it that you want to express the God presence as you? Now, there are some of you who are hurting because of the announcement that I've given. And there are others of you that are in shock. There may be some who are angry, maybe at me, or maybe with the circumstances. There's some of you who may not know what to feel. There's some of you who might be saying, next. What I would encourage you to do is to really be with your feelings. Really sit with your feelings. Don't just try to short circuit, take a shortcut around it. Because it's important to deal with the things that are happening. It's important to deal with the things that are happening here. And I encourage this congregation to encourage the board. Remember the org chart? I encourage this congregation to encourage the board to seek out the support, the expertise of Unity Worldwide Ministries so that they can assist in this transition time. I wanted to make Reverend Johanna the associate minister anyway. And when things opened up in the budget, I knew absolutely that that was what I was called to do. But I believe the timing is good. She's not assuming the position of senior minister, but to have a point person in terms of ministries and pastoral care. And we have amazing prayer chaplains and licensed Unity teachers and licensed Unity teacher candidates. We have amazing people here, and it's important to work together. I didn't know what all I was going to say. The 9 o'clock was a totally different talk. You know, I was writing a manuscript. It's my first time since I've been here that I was writing a manuscript to speak from. And this morning I put the manuscript away. I just wanted to speak from my heart. But I want you to know that no matter what the circumstances in life, you can conquer. And the way you conquer it is by facing what's happening, gathering support, acknowledging the Christ within, and going out there and expressing that Christ presence. Being right here expressing that Christ presence and seeing that Christ presence in one another. It's been an honor to serve here. In the resignation letter that I sent to the board last night, I was giving at least 30 days notice, so looking at probably mid-February would be my end of service here officially as senior minister. But it will never be the end of my love and prayers for all of you. I've been praying for you since Sky was here. And when you went through that transition, I was deep in prayer for this community. And when this community went through another transition, you were in my prayers. You will always be in my heart. You will always be in my prayers. And as it says in the Course in Miracles, the premise of the Course in Miracles, nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. Nothing can threaten our love. Nothing can threaten our Christ presence living as us. Nothing can hold back this divine idea of God called Unity Church of Hawaii. Nothing can hold it back if everyone will work together and work for the mission and not for individual ego. I love you all. I want to give thanks for all of those who've been so supportive, the wonderful staff and the teachers and prayer chaplains and all the wonderful congregants, and most especially to my wife, Olga Lucia, who's been the one there with me every step of the way. Thank you. I only see the best days ahead for all of us. God bless you.
A 1, 2, 3, 4. We're staring into the great unknown, but I ain't worried anymore. Can feel my faith telling me all our goods in store. We're gonna stick together in our loving neighborhood, 'cause everything works together for our good. What's ahead? Just what we should, 'cause everything works together for our good. Looking around at all the good that's here right now, we know more is coming, even if you don't know how. Keeping the faith and staying together, we all know that things can only get better. Staring into the great unknown, but I ain't worried anymore. I can feel my faith telling me all our goods in store. We're gonna stick together in our loving neighborhood, 'cause everything works together for our good. Everything works together for our good. Everything works together for our highest good. Highest good. Hey, mahalo.
All right, so as we prepare to give our offering, we circulate the divine good living in, through, and as us. And as you take your offering, if you wish, place it over your heart. Repeat after me. I give my offering out of joy, out of abundance, and I give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Well, I'm walking in the Spirit, and I'm talking in the Spirit. I'm learning in the Spirit, and I'm turning in the Spirit. I'm growing in the Spirit, and it's showing in the Spirit. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Well, I'm walking in the Spirit, and I'm talking to the Spirit. And I'm turning to the Spirit, and I'm growing in the Spirit, and it's showing in the Spirit. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations where nothing's leaving me and I've got no confrontation, walk within and get plugged in to my friend before it's too late. I put the Spirit in front of me to make those showing in the Spirit. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. When I find myself in one of those situations, and I don't know what to do, and I've got no explanation. I'll go within and get plugged in for a revelation. 10 times out of 9 things will work out fine without my participation. I'm walking in the Spirit, and I'm talking in the Spirit. I'm learning from the Spirit, and I'm turning in the Spirit. I'm growing in the Spirit, and it's showing in the Spirit. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Come on, let's walk now. Everybody walk. I'm walking in the Spirit. I'm talking to the Spirit. I'm learning from the Spirit. I'm turning from the Spirit. I'm growing in the Spirit. I'm showing in the Spirit. Walking with the Spirit in front of me. I'm walking in the Spirit. I'm talking to the Spirit. I'm learning from the Spirit. I'm turning from the Spirit. I'm growing in the Spirit. Don't you know it's showing in the Spirit. I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. I'm times that I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. And again, I'm walking with the Spirit in front of me. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am.
As we take a deep breath, we extend our hands to this offering, blessing this offering. Blessing this offering, knowing that it represents infinite substance of which there is never, ever any lack or limitation. It's impossible because it's divine substance. Eric Butterworth says, money is God in action. So we put it in action, and we put it forth to bless ministries of this church, knowing that it does not return to us void, but accomplishes all for which we send it. We give thanks, and we go from here to be the light of the world. We say together, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Thank you. All right. We have some prayer chaplains in the house. We also have, if the prayer chaplains would come up to the front, we also have some licensed Unity teachers, licensed Unity teacher candidates, associate minister, any of those. If you would stand, and those are also available to be of spiritual help to you. Because, that's what happens when you don't work from notes. This Tuesday at 6:30 will be a time if you just want to come and hang out here in the chapel, ask questions, find out what's up, whatever. We can talk. Okay, 6:30 to 8. Is that what we say? 6:30 to 8. If no one has any questions, then it's going to be just an hour and a half of silence. But if you wish to come, and I doubt that too. If any of you wish to come and join us here this Tuesday evening. Okay, so amazing prayer chaplains, amazing leaders. Let's see, what have I missed? I'm sure I've missed something. But just know this, that I love you and I always will. Let's join hands and sing our peace song and Aloha Oi.
1, 2, 3.